got you!
No.
I'm moving the bit, chill like an alien. Chop with the 50, my Uzi is ready. Anthony Davis, don't deal with the belly.
What's up with the YouTube and welcome back, baby, to another reaction video, bro. Today we're gonna be reacting to Death Battle, Tanjiro versus Joestar. Bro, I have no clue off rip who's gonna win this fight. But if I'm having to be biased, which I am, I'm really gonna go with Joestar. I feel like Joestar will have the advantage due to the fact that they had to fight Dio, bro. And I mean, even though they technically kind of lost in a sense, but the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they actually held their own against basically a damn near immortal vampire, if you want to be honest. I know Tanjiro did like a couple things going against these demons and stuff too, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Justin might have the edge. I'm not gonna count. But yeah, guys, y'all already know what the business is. Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, constantly notifications when time post. Baby, know the gang. And please share the video, man. But further ado, let's get into this thing. You dig?
Wiz! Hey! Don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking for that elusive dislike bar that's been missing for months, but look what I found instead! Beer! Okay, not real beer, it's a bunch of emojis! Listen up, this is crazy! Did you know the Death Battle channel offers memberships for less than $3? I know, it's a steal! Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind the scenes videos, members only live chat, and over 20 unique emojis! All you gotta do is click the join button and you're in the club!
Guys, hey, let me know in the comments if y'all think I should join, just to go ahead and see y'all get behind the scenes looks at some of the stuff like before the battle started happening. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing like let's say the characters they gonna end up fighting and just, you know what I'm saying, look at them firsthand, so we can just skip that and we just go straight into the fight because you already know their feats and weaknesses and all that stuff, and we just go straight to the reaction video. It won't just be as long, you know what I'm saying?
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster hunters are as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them, else they might leave you breathless. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Taisho Japan, an era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a sickness, a rot at its core. Demons. This race of superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived, the eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko is alive too. Bad news is she's a demon now, so sorry champ, I'm chalking this day up as an L.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good.
I need to catch back up on the seasons, bro. I haven't watched the last season of Demon Slayer yet. I've been slacking. I gotta get back into it, yo. My fault, let me go back to the video.
Especially when combined with the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic, but that's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that. That was wrong.
The use of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep. literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes. Through
Yeah, I was
the
so- I
measured
was
intake
cracked
of
up when
oxygen,
they had
users
cut
can
their
boost their
water, bro.
concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This
Yeah.
can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades for, well, katana magic.
Each breathing style is a separate form of sword combat. The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made him a prodigy Demon Slayer in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was! Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the fire god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and can turn into a wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him access to the see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him x-ray vision.
This allows him such a precise understanding of his opponent's
Yo, I
muscle
didn't know
movements
that.
that he can predict their future actions. Sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same
That is
with just his
dope.
sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon turned himself into a train, Wiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Oh, no, what the hell, Inosuke is still boy.
Victorian England, an infamously shit-tastic time to be alive.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless your dad, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother. That'd make you one unlucky schmuck.
That would make you Jonathan Joestar.
Hadn't you heard, Wiz? Everybody just calls him JoJo.
In an effort to take the Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to breaking Jonathan emotionally, turning him into a docile puppet. But after being bullied, beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad it didn't last forever, because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar. Classic Dio.
With Dio now bent on world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just any creepy floating Italian man. It was Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner of Hamon, an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths, Hamon users can blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents.
shit.
Huh.
That's what Haman means in English.
Fire.
The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Haman
Yeah.
energy massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he chomped on a gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That might sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours. Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the zoom punch.
That's crazy,
Fun
yo.
is basically just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing.
Yeah,
And
that's
just like
dope as
chi,
hell,
it can
yo.
do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented sunlight yellow overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
Uh-huh. Jonathan took these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He can even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in
Jesus.
peace,
Oh,
creepy
God.
floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying death too.
Before succumbing, Zeppeli's
sadly.
last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword, Pluck. With his bare goddamn hands.
With this power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Pretty impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum.
Yeah.
Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed, or even Haman, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive for justice that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all of the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain. His bloodline would continue throughout the ages, spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they all had one thing in common, his name, JoJo. Wait, is the Ripple is
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get it.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored.
Gotcha, nigga!
Guys, we back. Ooh, the fish. Ooh, that's something nice, yo.
Step aside! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions.
I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone.
You poor wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control.
Yo, that would honestly make sense why Jonathan would try to kill Nesco. I literally forgot for a minute that she's a demon. But yeah, like that's dope. I like how they
On my
story
honor,
together.
as a gentleman, I will free you!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
Total concentration! Water breathing! Most unorthodox! You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through!
Aw, he's kind of adorable, like a puppy. I wonder if he has a caretaker nearby.
You're mine! Valiant footwork!
Hold on!
No kamikata!
Nice
try!
Incredible! You could teach me a thing or two!
On an overdrive!
Get into it.
His pupil is carrying some kind of energy. Like me.
And that means I know how to stop him.
He's focusing on my neck! Does he know?
Silver overdrive!
Hold on now. No.
I got you!
Fate! He's going for my lungs!
No.
2 inches off. He dodged?
Oh, snap. Oh.
She's my sister.
On my honor as a gentleman,
Oh, God.
I will protect her with my life.
Yo. No.
KO!
I knew it. Let's get
Right?
it. Let's get
I'm only
it.
crying really hard. Holy shit. Hold me, bro.
Please don't touch me. On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
For sure.
Yo, I was scared as hell. I'm not gonna lie. No, I ain't gonna say I'm scared. I'm gonna say it like Duke Dennis voice. We already know. I already know.
Sure, he'd been training for way longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced teachers.
Yeah.
Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training was less than a month.
Tanjiro was obviously a superior swordsman with a variety
Yeah,
of
most
powerful
definitely. That's why I
techniques
got
and
scared.
katana magic, while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat, while Tanjiro was pretty much out of options without a blade.
Jonathan also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and Jojo to Tarkus, Jonathan was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times faster. That might seem
That's
crazy,
wild.
but in
That's
part 3,
wild.
Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements and see the flow of his Ripple with X-ray vision, Tanjiro would not have been fast enough to keep up.
Especially with the Ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though, had no way to defend against the Ripple bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart, something other Ripple users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure, Tanjiro could recover himself with the breath, but that'd be a breath spent healing and not not, fighting.
And while sun breathing's overuse was dangerous to Tanjiro, Jojo's Hamon had no such drawback.
Which meant that Jojo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down easy, but Jonathan's
Yeah.
speed, Hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
The winner is Jonathan Joestar.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not gonna cap. That was actually a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, because it was seeming like they was like on par. I was like, damn, like you put out a sword. I'm like, yo, it's kind of wild, because Tanjiro was actually a great swordsman. You know what I'm saying? And Jonathan really wasn't. He was just a straight up fighter. I'm glad my prediction actually was, but it's like I think it's like the second, so I think I'm like 2 for 4 maybe right now. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. But guys, if y'all want to see me at any more death battles, please let me know in the comments, or you can go any of the death battles, little fights. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? But for you already know the business is. J Killer's out. Peace.